And you know, the only way that our kids can choose the right path is if we give them the opportunity. And this is why we started the after-school programs nationwide already more than 20 years ago. And I've been very passionate about that because it gives kids a chance to have adult supervision after 3 o'clock, because more than 70% of the kids come from homes where both of the parents are working, so there's no one there to tutor them and to take them to sports fields and train them and all this and help them with their homework. So this is why after-school programs are so important. So we are so proud, Nikhil, for the wonderful work that you're doing, that you're now in college, you're studying business, and you're going to be a genius. We love you. Let's give him a big hand again. I have to tell you, I love Ohio. I love Ohio. It is such a wonderful state, and I remember in 1970, my love affair began here. But before I talk about my love affair with Ohio, I just want to say briefly and recognize the passing of Nancy Reagan today. She was one of the greatest first ladies, an extraordinary human being, and such a wonderful partner to her husband, to President Reagan, who was without any doubt one of the greatest presidents in the history of the United States. And I know she will join him now in heaven, and this love affair between the two of them will start all over again. So let's please have a moment of silence for Nancy. Thank you. Now let me talk to you about my love affair with Ohio. In 1970, Jim Lorimer, right over here. Jim, come up here for a second. No, just come over here. Just come over here, Jim, because it's very important that you see the person that is really responsible with my love affair. Right here he is. Jim, now give him a big hand. This is my partner here, Jim Lorimer. Jim Lorimer ran the World Championships in weightlifting and in bodybuilding in 1970. And I won that competition. And I told him that the competition was so well run that I will come back after I retire from bodybuilding, and he will be my partner, and we will be running the World Championships in Columbus, Ohio. And that's exactly what happened. So from 1976 on, for 4 decades now, we have been running every year the World Championships in bodybuilding right here in Columbus, Ohio. I just came from there because this weekend is the Arnold Classic Sports and Fitness Festival. It has grown now to the biggest event in the world. 200,000 people are going through there and watching those events. We have 56 different sports, and we have almost 20,000 athletes participating. Think about that. The Olympics have 12,000 athletes. We have almost 20,000 athletes participating. So this has really been the highest success when it comes to sports and fitness and the promotion of health and fitness. This is what this is all about. And the only way we could have done it is because of the great work and the dedication and the passion of the people of Ohio and specifically of Columbus. So a big hand to all of the people that worked so hard to make this happen. Now, one day, my friend Jim Lorimer said to me, he says, Arnold, since you're coming for the Arnold Classic and for our Sports and Fitness Festival, I wanted to meet a guy by the name of John Kasich, who's running for Congress. This is way back in the 80s now. And so I said, okay, I'm coming. I came to the event, I listened to John Kasich, and he was extraordinary what he said. I just loved it, and from that point on, I was campaigning for him, and I was doing fundraisers for him. And let me tell you something. When he then went to Washington, he kicked some serious butt. He was an action hero when he went to Washington. As the chairman of the House Budget Committee, he pushed through the first balanced budget. The first balanced budget since a man walked on the moon. Think about that for a second. So he showed real action. Then when he ran for governor, I said to him, I'll be back. And he ran, and I was there again at his fundraisers and did events for him and everything. And then he became governor of the great state of Ohio. And then once again, he was the action hero. He went in there was an $8 billion budget deficit. And now there's a $2 billion surplus. And not only that, he did this without raising taxes. As a matter of fact, he did the opposite. He reduced taxes by $5 billion. Think about that. By $5 billion, he reduced the taxes. And at the same time, he created more than 300,000 jobs. Now we always talk about those numbers, 300,000, what the percentage is and all of those things. That doesn't mean that much, but each person goes home proud and says, I can provide for my family. I have a job. I am somebody. It makes you feel good when you have a job and if you want it and if you need it. That's what it means for each person, each of those 300,000. So John, you've done such an extraordinary job with that. It means so much when those people go to work now. So this is the kind of action hero he is. And when he was, I tell you, he will be like that if he will be in Washington, because right now we need leadership like that. There's so much work that needs to be done. I tell you, I'm an immigrant. I came here in 1968 with absolutely nothing, but I was full of dreams. And because this is the land of opportunity, because of America, I could make all of my dreams become a reality. Through hard work and dedication, I was successful in bodybuilding, in show business. I became governor of the great state of California. I made a lot of money, all because of America. This is the land of opportunity. It is the greatest nation in the world, no matter what anyone says out there. And we need John Kasich to now take charge and be at the White House. And this is why I endorse John Kasich, our great governor, to be our Republican nominee and to be the next president of the United States of America, the greatest country in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome my very good friend, Governor John Kasich.